You don't have to carry this alone. If you've ever laid in bed running through everything you're holding, the business, the bills, the kids, the whole entire operation, and thought, if I stop moving even for a second, it's all going to fall apart, I need you to keep watching, because today I'm handing you the exact system I use to build real support around myself, so I'm not doing any of this solo anymore, and neither should you. You're building a business, raising a family, and somehow doing it all completely by yourself. And somewhere along the way, you started believing that's just what strength looks like. It's not. And by the end of this video, you're going to have an actual framework, actual scripts, and an actual plan to change that. Let's get into it. Okay, so let me be really honest with you for a second. For years and years, I ran everything in my business solo. The content, the strategy, the customer service, the tears in the bathroom at 10 o'clock at night because I was so tired. I couldn't remember my own schedule for the next day, let alone anyone else's. I wore the I don't need anyone like it was some kind of badge of honor. Like needing people was proof that I wasn't tough enough, faithful enough, capable enough to actually build something real. And I can tell you what that belief actually was. It wasn't strength, it was fear. Fear that if I asked for help and someone said no, it would just confirm the thing I already secretly believed, that I was on my own out here. Maybe that sounds familiar. Maybe you're the woman answering every single DM at midnight because no one else will. Maybe you haven't told one single soul how hard this actually is because you don't want to be a burden. Maybe you built this whole business trying to keep the lights on and build something of your own. And somewhere along the way, you decided that asking for help just wasn't an option for women like us. I need you to hear this. That belief is a lie, and it is costing you. It's costing you time, energy, revenue, and honestly, it's costing you joy. So today, we're fixing it for real with an actual system. No vague network more advice, an actual framework, actual word for word scripts, and an actual plan. Let's start with the foundation, the 5 people every single one of us needs in our corner. Most of us think networking means collecting a giant pile of contacts. It doesn't. A real support system only needs 5 roles filled. And once you know what they are, you'll immediately be able to see where your gaps are. Seat 1, the mentor. This is someone a few steps ahead of you in business, in faith, or in life, who's willing to tell you the truth instead of cheering you on blindly. A mentor shortens your learning curve dramatically because she's already walked the exact road you're standing on right now. If you don't have a mentor yet, start paying attention to who you already admire from a distance. That's usually your first clue. Seat 2, the peer. This is someone in the exact same season as you, building, juggling, figuring it all out in real time, right alongside you. A peer is powerful because she normalizes the mess instead of making you feel like you're behind. When you're both in the trenches together, there's no performance. You can just be honest. Seat 3, the cheerleader. This is the one person who believes in you loudly, especially on the days you can't believe in yourself. Every warrior needs at least one voice like this, someone who reminds you why you started when you've completely forgotten. Seat 4, the specialist. This is someone with a skill you don't have. Tech, legal, design, copywriting, whatever your particular gap happens to be, here's the thing. You do not need to become an expert in everything. You need to know someone who already is and would be willing to either be willing to hire her or build relationships where you can trade value. Seat 5, the anchor. This is someone with zero stake in your business who simply loves you. No agenda, no ask, just presence. This relationship keeps you tethered to who you are outside of what you produce. And honestly, it's the seat most of us neglect the most because it doesn't feel productive, but it might be the most important one. Here's your homework for this section. Take an honest look at your life right now and ask yourself which of these 5 seats are empty. That's not a failure. That is simply your next move. Comment circle below and I'll send you this whole framework so you can map it out for yourself. Okay, so once you know who you're looking for, the next hurdle is usually the same one everybody hits. What do you actually say? I used to avoid reaching out to women I admired because I convinced myself I'd sound desperate or weird or too much. And what I've realized since then is that the messages that felt awkward in my head were actually just honest. Turns out honesty is what opens doors. Transactional closes them. Here's the 3-part formula I use every single time. Part 1, a specific, genuine compliment, not generic flattery like, I love your content. Instead, name the exact thing that struck you. Something like, the way you explained blank in your last post completely reframed how I think about it. Being specific is what makes it feel real instead of copy and pasted. Part 2, brief, honest context. 1 or 2 sentences about who you are and why you're reaching out. You don't need a long backstory, just enough for her to understand where you're coming from. Part 3, a low pressure invitation. This is where most people mess it up. Don't ask for something big right out of the gate. Ask for something small and easy to say yes to. Would you be open for a quick chat sometime? Beats, can we hop on a call this week? Every single time. Let me give you a full example. Say you want to reach out to a mentor figure. Hi, blank. I've been following your work and I really admire how you handled fill in the blank. It completely shifted how I think about blank. I'm working on building out my own version of that in my business right now. And I'd love to connect sometime. No agenda at all, just genuinely would appreciate if you'd want to talk. Would you be open for a quick chat? That's it. No script reading, no circling back, no apologizing for reaching out, just real words that sound like a real human wrote them. One more thing on this, follow-up etiquette matters. If you don't hear back within 5 to 7 days, one warm, brief follow-up is completely appropriate. After that, let it go gracefully. No guilt, no chasing. Some doors just aren't ready to open yet, and that's okay. If you want the full library of these scripts for mentors, peers, collaboration partners, podcast and summit pitches, comment scripts below, and I'll send you everything. Now, here's the piece almost nobody talks about. What happens after you make the connection? Relationships, just like revenue, don't sustain themselves without a rhythm. You've met someone amazing at an event, You're both, we should totally stay in touch. And then 6 months pass and you're basically strangers again. Not because either of you didn't care, because there was no system. So here's the rhythm I actually use, and it's deliberately simple so it doesn't become one more thing on your overloaded to-do list. Weekly, one small touch point per relationship. A comment, a voice memo, a quick thinking of you text. Low effort, genuinely high impact. Monthly, one deeper check-in, an actual phone call or a coffee date. Something with real back and forth, not just a DM. Quarterly, one intentional gathering or collaboration conversation. Something that moves the relationship into new, deeper territory. That's the whole system. 3 simple rhythms and your circle stays alive instead of quietly fading into the we should catch up sometime. Comment, plan, and I'll send you the full breakdown plus the tracker I use to keep it all organized. And before I let you go, I want you to name one more thing because it quietly undermines everything I just taught you. A lot of us are far more comfortable giving support than receiving it. So if your instinct is to deflect help the second it's offered, oh no, I couldn't possibly. I want to gently challenge that this week. Practice just saying, thank you, yes, full stop. Receiving isn't weakness, it's an act of trust, and it must be the missing ingredient in a support system that actually sustains you long term. Okay, warrior, that's the full system. The circle framework, the outreach formula, and the 90-day relationship growth plan. If this hit home for you, comment circle below and tell me which of the 5 seats is the emptiest for you right now. I read every single comment and I'll send you the full framework breakdown. If you want the entire toolkit done for you, every outreach script, the relationship tracker, all of it, comment scripts and I'll send you the collaboration scripts and outreach kit. And if you're ready for real community, women doing this exact work together in real time, comment corner and I'll send you the invite to the Empower Collective. Oh, and keep an eye out. My Warrior Moms Playbook is now live and you can purchase it. And the Warrior Mom Breakthrough Summit will be in October, and I'll have more on both of those very soon. You were never meant to build this thing alone. I'll see you in the next video, warrior. Reemerge, rise, and reign.